Hey guys, it's Ray. Welcome to another video. And today I actually built something that I don't think I've done on this channel yet, but it's something that I love building. It's a style I love building in, and it's something that I knew I definitely wanted to do in the near future, so I'm glad I finally got to do it. I was putting it off for a little bit because I've done sort of jungle themed houses before, but I've never done super big ones. So I was a little bit hesitant about it, but I'm really, really glad I did it because it worked out. It took me like a few tries to end up with something that I really liked, but this house, I really wanted it to be shown off to you guys. I was really proud of it. I'm glad it turned out all right. I ended up splitting it into 3 different sections. So this is the main floor area where I have, the kitchen, the living room, the dining room, and the office, as well as a sort of bar area. And there's also bedrooms above it, and then there's an extra level above that. So there are 3 levels on this house, but then I attached 2 separate areas off to the side, and those just have more bedrooms and bathrooms, and those don't have any main kind of living areas except for the entrances of them. But I just tried to make it a little bit different than what I usually do. I didn't want it to all be, the whole build to be all on the same level. I kind of wanted to give it a little variety where you have to, go up some stairs and down some stairs to get to different areas of the house. And this house ended up having, I think, 9 bedrooms and 7 bathrooms. So it's quite a lot. Probably more than you would need, but that's just me. I always make way too many bedrooms, and that's my bad. And it's just, that's what comes with making giant houses. There's really nothing else to do with all that space. I ended up with like 2 separate living areas just in the main house, and like I usually do, I left the bedrooms unfurnished. So you can always turn those bedroom spaces into just more living spaces if you want it. But in my opinion, there was already a ton of living space, and you could definitely add some more living space in just the entrance areas to both of the side houses. So that's basically it about the house. It's in Willow Creek, and I had the preference of building this in the world that actually came with Jungle Adventure, Selva Dorada. I think that's what it's called. And I originally started building this house in there, but the reason why I had to scrap it is just because the biggest residential lot is, I think, 30 by 40. It's too small. It was too small for this build. It was going to be too condensed. So I had to switch it to a big lot, and I thought, why not just do Willow Creek? Because not only is this lot perfect because it's big enough, but it's also surrounded by a lot of nice area, with a river and with trees and stuff. So like it definitely will fit in here. Not the style of house exactly, but just kind of with the style of plants around it and all that, and just the plant life definitely fits in. So I think you can tell just from the screenshots and the surroundings of it that this was probably the best world for it, other than Selva Dorada, which obviously would have been my first choice. So here I am trying to figure out how to add the roofing in. I kind of do this in a weird order because I do some parts, like some of the parts with the walls, then I do some of the roofing, and then I take a break, and then I go to the windows, and then I really just don't do this all in the same order, and I go around and change color swatches a few times. I go a little crazy. I'm just kind of a scatterbrain all over the place here, but it ends up working out. But right now I'm doing the roofing. I think I do it basically by section, so I'll be like, okay, I'm going to do all the walls on this side, or all the windows on this wall. Now I'm going to go over to the other side of the build, see what I can add, maybe add a roof, maybe fix the walls. Oh, now I'm going to go to the back of the build, add, like, I'm just all over the place. But I mean, that's how I get it done. I think if I work too long on one certain area, then I get super bored and I'm just like, okay, can we move on now? Thank you. So I think right now I'm still doing a combination of the roofs and adding that third level here. And there's actually a fourth level of this build too, but it's only one little section, and I didn't think it was worth it to make stairs or ladder go up there, so I just opened that up to the level below it. So it's just kind of like a super high ceiling for that one room, and I created it sort of to be a bedroom area. So it's going to be super, super tall ceilings in that bedroom, if that's one of the ones you choose for your sim to stay in. And figuring out the deck area back here, it was a little bit awkward just moving from that diagonal position to the non-diagonal position, just because the roofing is a little bit of an issue, and I've definitely encountered this before in my builds, but it's just something that you got to deal with, and it ends up looking pretty good. But you know, there's always something that you got to fix, something that, you know, is a little bit irritating with the Sims and you have to work on, but you know, it's always worth it to come out with the end result that you're happy with. So basically I'm just trying to fix the roofs here. I had an issue because I made a lot of them extend the eaves. I think it's the eaves of the roof. Is that what it's called? I extended the eaves out, and that wasn't working for that one area because it was clipping over onto the other side of the wall, and that was just a big issue. But I think I ended up making it work. And I decide here that I kind of want to have some blue in here. I wanted it to have just the pop of color, not too much, but just a little bit. So I did decide to, I think I made the door blue, kind of similar to the beach house that I did recently, where it's like a good amount of it is blue, but not too much. Not that it's like popping out at you like this house is blue, just like cute little blue accents here and there, just to even out with the kind of tan and brown colors that I was going for in this theme. And I love that about Junk Love Adventure, because it has, you know, those muted kind of tones for the main colors, and then they have the pops of color, and that's one thing that I thought was super cute about it. So most of the windows here are either brown or white, and then I have blue little accents. The windows that I'm adding now, they are a combination of blue and white, and I love them because they kind of match perfectly with the door that you see in the front there. But then at first I was looking at it, I was like, this is too bright, it doesn't match the tone, so I added shutters using blinds, and I've done this before. So you just go to buy mode and you place the blinds in next to the windows. Sometimes you'll have to move the windows away before you place them because they snap really easily, but it's just a great thing to do, and I've definitely done it so many times now in my builds, and it kind of gives this great look of shutters, because I know in The Sims 3 we had shutters, but in The Sims 4 they don't really have any options for that, just at least in build mode. So I had to kind of get creative, and I know other people have done this, and I've definitely got the idea from other builders out there that you can just take the shutter, or take the oh my gosh, I'm blanking. What did I take the shades for the window and make it into a shutter and pretend that it's a shutter. Guys, I cannot remember words. I'm like really struggling here. But I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. So here I am, kind of switching off, like I mentioned before, between archways, windows, roofing, and walls. And I go to fencing now too. So another random thing that you have to keep track of. Sorry guys. Sometimes, you know, when I just get in the groove and I'm like, I have all these ideas, I have to switch back and forth. So I'm like over here, and then I go all the way over there, and I'm just so many ideas and so many things I want to do, but I can only do one thing at a time. So that is why you are probably getting dizzy by now, because I'm flipping it around to one side, then flipping it around to the other side. And I know that some people can get dizzy super easily, so watching these build videos is kind of not great for that, and I apologize. But you can always just slow down the video if you want to. You can always also speed it up. Sometimes I speed up speed builds that I'm watching on YouTube. I'm just like faster, faster. I just like watching things fast, and I don't get dizzy that easily. So I'm just like, I want to see how you built this. I want to know now. So I'm going to speed it up so I can see it as soon as possible. And like I mentioned before, I did not furnish the whole thing. I hope that's okay with you guys. I'm uploading it on the gallery and it should be there by now. So definitely, if you want to finish it yourself, you should definitely go for it. For me, I know I've said this before, I'm just not the decorator inclined person. I play The Sims mostly for the exterior of the house, just for the kind of facade and curb appeal of the house, and I like making the outside work with the inside. So I will normally kind of create the layouts for the house because I definitely like spatial relations. But after that, once it comes to putting a bed here and putting a sink here, I'm just really not for that. I do the kitchens usually. I'll do the dining rooms. I'll do most of the living areas, but once it gets to bedrooms, they're very repetitive, and that just does not interest me as much. So I have not furnished the bedrooms. I have done the powder room near the entrance area. So I did one of the bathrooms, and that's it. So there's a lot of empty space in here. Feel free to download this and do it yourself. And, tag me if you want to re-upload it, and let me know what you did to furnish it, because I'd love to see the way you guys furnish it. Like, I love to see the way that the outside can match the inside, or how the inside can surprise you in a certain way because you weren't expecting it from the look on the outside. And I just think that that's a really cool thing that you get to do with architecture, and it really interests me. So I'd love to see that if you guys want to. But right now I'm going with some more of the exterior decorating. I went crazy with the flowers. I am obsessed with these flowers. They came with the Jungle Adventure expansion pack or game pack, and like that's one of the main reasons why I got this pack, guys. I don't get the packs for the gameplay, I get the packs for the stuff. And I love this decoration piece because it adds so much charm to a build. It just makes it look so beautiful, and it can add color as well, and just little details. Like, the little details are really what makes a build what it is. And that's just one thing that I really love about The Sims. It's not like, here's a wall and a window and a door and a roof. It's like, here are millions of objects that you can literally use however you'd like, in whatever way you'd like. And it's so amazing. And you can just create such beautiful things out of all of it. And I love that. But obviously you saw that I went back from the decorations to the windows because I saw, there's definitely some flowers to be placed on the wall here. Went for that, and then immediately got distracted because I was like, oh, there's still windows to be placed. And now I'm like, oh, let's place these little roof things above some of the windows, the like partial roofs. I don't know exactly what they're called, but and then I go back to window, and now I'm saying, oh my god, I need more flowers in the back, and I'm crazy, and I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. I do have good news, however, because I know that soon we are moving to the flooring. So finally I get to change it up. And don't worry, I will definitely come back to decorating of the walls soon. I promise. Because you know me, I'm definitely going to go back and forth from thing to thing. But I start the flooring, and I kind of create this sort of like elaborate pathway to the front. I end up creating 4 separate fountains, and then I place like statues inside of them. I really wanted statues, and I found the Jungle Adventure statues that were really cool to place. So I just decided to go for that. And you'll see that in a little bit. But after that, I do the plants around the house, and then I start decorating the inside. But I mean, from here, basically, all it is just sort of placing decorative items. And I think I've said everything that I want to say about this build. So I will play some music, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the build, and let me know what you think of this. Let me know if you want me to do another build like this again, or if you have any other ideas of things for me to do. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.